Hey, what's up, guys? I have a special unboxing of something I wasn't gonna order, and it's piggybacking off the Motive Mod Retrofit. I figured, you know what? I've seen a couple of videos on YouTube, maybe one or two, not even like 1-2 videos on YouTube, 1-2 pictures on the forums. I'm not even sure how many people have done this or bought this for the BMW E90 as well as different older generation BMWs. But I figured, you know what the hell? I'm gonna invest a little bit of money and see how this is. And I'm only doing this for video, for YouTube, for you guys. If it looks good, I'm gonna keep it. If it looks bad, and I'm thinking it's gonna look really bad, it's probably gonna go right back to eBay. I purchased this from eBay. It's a Beamian, what you call a Beamian retrofit shifter. They call it the LED shifter for BMWs. So let's do an unboxing. It just came today. Actually, we're staying in Brooklyn at my parents'. I actually came home from work today. It's Friday before Labor Day weekend, just to get this from the door because the guy left it at the door, UPS guy. So let's do the unboxing, guys. This came from California, so it was shipped from California, and here it is. The box is really lightweight, but this is what it is. The interesting retrofit kit, because in 2008 I came up with this idea of retrofitting the BMW E60 2008 from a 5 Series BMW. I was wondering if you could retrofit that into the BMW E46 that I had. I had one of the first videos on YouTube. Go back in my history and check one of the first videos back in 2008 showing me retrofitting this to an E46. Now, the problem with my retrofit back then, 10 years ago actually, I couldn't get the LED indicator to light up and match it with my shifter. The main problem was the positive negative of the sport mode was kind of reversed on some cars. At some point, BMW reversed it. So let's get right into this. So BMW gear shift knob. And these guys, I believe they're based in Taiwan or somewhere in Asia. They linked up with Beamian as well as other American retailer of retrofit parts to create this shifter. I'm not even sure who originated it or where it came from, but I've noticed a lot of Asian websites tend to sell it, or Chinese actually, whatever this language is. So you see in there in the box, it's all Chinese. The only thing that's in English is the numbers. And assuming this is a Chinese replica kind of a kit. And the box is very lightweight. I think the shifter in my car weighs more than the box and the contents here. So let's get right in here. Let's see what this looks like. So this is the shifter, and it actually looks really good. Much better than I thought it would look. The reason I decided I was interested in this, it has the shift lock. So the shift lock releases the stem. It's very lightweight, but that's some sort of aluminum. I thought it would be more plasticky, but oh, maybe it is hard ABS plastic. That's plastic. That's not even glass. On the original shifter, this is glass. On the DCT shifter, and up here, that button is plastic. This is some sort of rubberized plastic, or maybe it's actually, oh, I see what it is. It's like rubber wrapped plastic. It's not leather. On my shifter, on the original BMW shifter, this is leather, which is kind of cool. So that's plastic. It's pretty much plastic. It's different hardness of plastic. This button here is really cheap. But it looks good. Appearance-wise, it looks good. Yeah, until you kind of touch it and you feel it's really cheap. It's a lot smaller than I thought it would be. It's a lot smaller. Sorry, my camera is shifting. So I'm going to see what else is in the box here. We have the retrofit harness, so this fits it right into the car. And basically what this does is make the LED indicator light up and match the car's current gear, I guess, mode. And that's it, guys. I'm going to take this to the car and see how this installs. And I probably won't even do an installation video because DIY is so easy to do for this. So that's it, guys. So guys, the wiring in this kit is a bit messy. It's not good quality wiring. In fact, they ripped one of the wiring trying to get it in the harness there. I don't know, I'm trying to shoot this in dusk right now so I could get the effect of the light in this video. Yeah, so I ripped one of the wiring in this harness. The instructions, were English instructions on the back side of this, but it's not clear the orientation of these plugs, how they plug in there, because on the BMW OEM plugs, they kind of connect like Legos, so they can only plug in one way. But this one, if you flip them, weird things happen in the car. So obviously I put it in the first time and they're all backwards. So I reversed it and all my lights on the shifter lines up there. But I just want to show you guys the wiring's a bit messy. And when you tuck this away, make sure nothing gets stuck in the moving parts down there. Also, I don't know how, if there's any weakness in this kit, it's the wiring harness. It's just super cheap. It should hold up, but I don't know how long this will hold up. I've been doing modifications on BMWs for a long time, and I know it's one thing that never holds up around moving parts like this, transmission stock, is cheap wiring that's soldered or connected cheaply to connectors. They do not hold up. The minute, especially if you want to do your car into sport mode and you shift it a lot, I don't think this wiring harness is going to hold up. But if you drive daily and you just shift it from park to drive, maybe reverse, park, reverse, drive again, you should be fine. But if you're shifting that MS mode a lot and you're trying to drive this like a manual car, this wiring thing, this isn't gonna last, like, it's not gonna last long. So anyway, I'm gonna put everything back together and show you guys the finished product. But the wiring was a little tricky for me. It took me a while to get to figure it out. But all right, that's it, guys. So let's see how it looks now. Okay, guys, before you seal everything up, you can make sure everything works. It should light up with that and match up with what your dash is saying up there, the DM. Obviously these kits, I think the foolproofness of the kit is in that they should match up. There shouldn't be any issues with that. But if I don't know, I think there's a redundancy with this being lit for the gear indicator, but I realized in sort of, move this up to park. Also make sure none of your wiring is stuck in anything there. But I don't know if you can see on this side, there's the extra wiring in the inscription. It's a C wiring there, and it's one of the last things you connect. And I think all that is just loops the circuit back to this gear indicator plate. This will still light up, but if you don't want this to light up at all, you could just leave that plugged out. So I'm gonna just unplug it and show you guys what I mean. So it's unplugged, so the gear indicator plate is not gonna light up with that. So I could shift it out of park to reverse, and you'll see that the gear indicator plate is not lit up. But everything works fine. It goes into MS mode actually, and the MS mode lights up there. So MS mode is a little different than the regular driving mode there in terms of the electronics, and I just learned that. I didn't know that beforehand. But like I said, if you guys don't want the redundancy of this lit up, I might actually cover this with black tape or some, black electrical tape, which is actually what I ended up getting to repair the wiring that I broke installing this. So let's finish this up and show you guys the finished product. So what I did was I just kept the second harness that goes into the white plate. I just kept it unplugged and I taped it. Actually, there's a CIC, if your car has the CIC navigation, there's a little wire that snakes under the around the shifter assembly area. You could just duct tape it or tape it with electrical tape to that wire, and it keeps it tucked away from the shifter. So what I'm gonna do is just do a test. So you guys would want to test to make sure nothing gets stuck. So nothing's getting stuck before you seal that up. So perfect. So guys, that's the finished product. That's kind of how it looks. It looks really looks a lot better than I thought it would look. I'll turn the light off so you guys could see. The amber matches pretty well with the rest of the amber on the dash, across the dash. The speedometer, my car has some mods, the E89 steering wheel from the Z4, as well as the dark glacier silver aluminum trim here, and the shifter kind of matches those, I guess, those things very well. As suppose that if I just had the wood panel here and the basic non-sport steering wheel, I think it kind of matches up well, and it kind of looks. It looks like it belongs in this car. And keep in mind that 2011 335 IS, they all come with these shifters. So there is a shifter that's made for the E90, even though the original E90 didn't come with this shifter, and the non-IS E90s do not come with this shifter. It kind of fits in the car. It looks pretty good. The only thing, my only complaint is the wiring in the kit is really cheap. And prepare to break a couple of wires as you install it. Lucky for me, the wiring that broke on this sort of connected the sort of made this plate light up, but I don't need this plate to light up once this is installed, and I'm not sure why that wiring is there. You don't really need the indicator lit on this plate. If it's lit there, it's kind of redundant. So what you could do, you definitely will need electrical tape and a scissors. You could maybe cut electrical tape and just cover that up, or get a different shift plate for this. But all in all, it looks pretty good. I'm not sure how long it's gonna hold up in the car. It's just I just purchased this because I decided not to do the motive mod kit, and I wanted to show you guys something in this department for the transmission or the shift stock upgrade. And that's it, guys. I have a phone call coming in, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.